Hi everybody, I just wanted to talk about my ovary removal experience, my orphorectomy experience. I'm always tripping over that word, orphorectomy, OOPHERECTOMY. So I had an ovariectomy surgery on September 11th, 2018. It's been 4 months now since my ovary removal surgery, so I thought I would do a quick update and let everybody know how it went, how it's going now, the ins and outs, sort of the nitty gritty of why, what, and how now. The reason that I'm having this, that I had this surgery, I'll do a mini backstory. About 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with estrogen positive cancer. It was stage 4 cancer right out of the gate, so they wanted to do the ovary removal right then, back then, in 2016. And I just wasn't ready for that. I had a partial mastectomy on the right side and a couple of different surgeries happening at the time. There was just so much going on. I wanted to keep my body as intact as I possibly could. I did not want to lose my ovaries. I enjoyed having a monthly cycle. I felt very connected to my monthly cycle. I felt very connected to the earth. I felt very connected to my womanhood with my period, and my just wanted to have all my body parts in my body. After a while, I needed to start taking a drug called letrozole, and the only way to take this drug is to be in menopause. So I had to make a tough decision there. Initially, I took the chemical injection shutdown, which is the Lupron, to shut down the ovaries chemically. That's a monthly injection. It's very painful, and it causes a lot of havoc in your body. The hot flashes, the sweats, the estrogen. Just when it leaves your ovaries, like when you go into menopause quickly, it just like a darkness just descends on you, and you're like, "Where's my estrogen at?" You look for it, you miss it. You definitely 100% miss it. The good news is that fog lifts a little bit. I take cannabis on a daily as a painkiller, and as a mood lifter, and as an appetite stimulant, and an anti-cancer, waking up all the cannabinoids in my system. So I take cannabis on a daily. That definitely helps me lift my mood. So there is help in a natural form as far as that goes. It was a difficult decision to have the ovaries removed, but they're gone now. So I made the decision, and I'm happy with the decision. It all went very well. I met with several different surgeons, well, 3 different surgeons. One of them did not get me at all. The other one kind of also didn't get me, and then the third one, I found she was an angel. She was very, very open to what I'm trying to achieve with this surgery. She was interested in my story. She gave me lots of time to sit down and talk about her side of things, my side of things, how we could make it as minimally invasive as humanly possible. She recommended to remove the tubes as well as the ovaries to make the surgery just that little bit easier. So I went away for a few weeks, and I researched the tubal removal as well as the ovary removal, because again, I just wanted to keep all the parts, as many parts as I could, inside my body just to hold place. And turns out that without the ovaries, the tubes are useless, and you may as well just cut the tubes. And then, So I had the surgery on September 11th. I got really strong before the surgery. I tried to get as strong as I could before I had the surgery. I ate really, really healthy. I'm on an anti-cancer protocol that forces me to eat really healthy anyways, but I ate super healthy. I tried to do lots of yoga, lots of stretching, lots of exercising, like walking. I tried to get as strong as I could, because, when you're going to have a surgery, you're going down. You're going to be seated for long, like you're going to be flat out on your back for a few days at least. And it's a lot on your body. So you have to sort of train, like, if you can plan the surgery. If it's emergency surgery, obviously it's a different story. But if you can plan, try and get strong before you have a surgery. So healing from the oophorectomy was very easy, very quick. I was down. I was home. My surgery was at 8 a.m. I was home by noon. I did have to go back to the hospital that afternoon because my belly button had, I had burst a stitch on my belly button. I kind of was bleeding, so I needed them to stitch me back up, which was not very nice at all. But that's not something that like just happens. That was like a fluke thing, and if fluke things are going to happen to anyone, they're definitely going to happen to me. So we got over that. That was no big deal, and I was on the couch for day 1, and I was definitely on the couch for day 2. But by day 3, I was kind of shuffling my way around the kitchen. I'm stubborn, and I like to move, so I just got myself up and away we went. What else? I did catch a bacterial infection from the hospital itself, like some kind of like, I had the post-surgical gas, but then I had like extreme stomach problems for the next few weeks. But again, that's not something that came along with the surgery. That is something that comes along with just going into a hospital, and luck of the draw. So I ended up getting over that as well, with the help of my naturopath. But you know, it's fine. It was not a difficult surgery to recover from, honestly. And I can actually show you my scar. I'll show you my belly. That scar is from an intestinal surgery a long time ago, but you can't even really see the little scar from the surgery to remove the ovaries. And then there's a teeny tiny little scar here. Where's the other one? Like literally so minuscule that I can't even see them. And then there's a scar just at the very top of like my pubic hairline there. And I'm not going to show you that because anyways, it's super small. Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. It's not anything that I would be like worried about putting a bikini on. And at the end of the day, this was sort of a life-saving decision for me, and I never worry about the scars on my body. Those are all there to tell the story of whatever, and I'm proud to bear them. I'm proud to be alive to bear them. So no big deal on the scar front. What else? The mood when I first had my Lupron injection to shut down the ovaries. I guess I'm lucky in a way, because when you go in for an ovary removal surgery, you go into menopause right on the table. But I had had the Lupron injection for about 3 months before my surgery. So I had already been in menopause and gotten through that tough time. But when I did first have the chemical injection to shut down the ovaries, I felt really, really sad. So look for that. Know that it's the estrogen leaving your body, and it was hard. It was really hard. I said to my husband several times, like, I don't know if I can live like this. I'm fucking sad for no reason. And I'm not somebody who deals with like depression or anything like that, really. A little bit after having a cancer diagnosis and going through chemo and the shit that life has handed to us, but really no, not like this. This was like dark curtains being pulled down, and they were evil. But like I said before, there's help for that. I use cannabis, and I'm okay. I'm okay, for real. I know that I have to work a little bit harder at being in a good mood and being happy. I do have to work that little bit harder, but you know, it's okay. It is okay. As far as pain goes, I don't have any pain. Like, I don't have any like cramps. I don't have any twinges or anything like that going on down there. I didn't have any cramps after the surgery. I didn't have any like feeling of like, you know, those period cramps. I don't have anything like that. Nothing really happened to my skin. Nothing changed in the skin department. Some people say that they get like super dry skin. No real issues. I wouldn't really know that I've had my ovaries removed from my body unless I went to have sex. Unfortunately, the hard truth of the matter is that you will be dry. It just is what it is. That's why they make the lubrication, and because it's dry, it's also painful. So That sucks too. That was really surprising because at first I was like, I didn't want to go straight for the lube. I was like, oh, I can handle this. I'm not like, I'm superwoman. I don't need any lube, blah, blah, blah. And then you go to try it and you're like, ow, ow. And you can't have ow when you're having sex. You have to have good stuff, right? So, yeah, that sucks, but you're gonna have to use the lube. So that is TMI, but I'm here to tell the story, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So hot flashes are real. That's a real thing. I keep a dollar store fan. These I get in Chinatown. I keep them next to the couch. I keep one in my bed. I keep one in my purse. They come in really handy. Fanning helps. So does standing outside on the deck in January in Canada. So I'm like grateful for the winter. Summer is going to be difficult, but honestly, I do have to say that the hot flashes have gotten better than they were pretty bad in the beginning. At one point I was timing them. I was having about 20 hot flashes in a day. Then I had this weird thing. I had this like weird foot rash, and my hot flashes kind of went away, and I only would have like 4 in a day or 5 in a day. So that was weird. I don't know if that was like an estrogen purge or what the hell that was all about, but the hot flashes got better. So hopefully your hot flashes will get better over time, and definitely just grin and bear it. Wear layers and wear the lightest of clothing that you can, because if you feel cold, it's okay, because it's only temporary. You will get hot tamale in a few minutes. Just hold on. As far as the surgery itself, I have been told after the surgery that they have to put you into a very undignified position in order to have this surgery. A nurse friend told me that basically they say you're wearing your ankles for earrings. I'm really glad that I didn't know that before I went into surgery, because I would have been anxious about that. But at the end of the day, the surgery was quick, simple, straightforward, pretty easy. So really that's nothing to worry about. I mean, it's just a body to these nurses and surgeons that are working on you. So it's really like next. People have said to me over the last few months, well, at least you don't have to have your period anymore. That's the wrong thing to say to somebody who has had to have their ovaries removed for any reason, let alone a life-saving reason. That cuts deep, especially to somebody who enjoyed having their period. I'm sad that I don't have my period anymore. I'm sad that I don't get to like try the new products on the market. Like I converted recently to the Diva Cup and I loved it, and then I wanted to try those like period panties that they're touting on Facebook and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sad that I don't have my period anymore. I'm sad that I'm not on that moon cycle, but I'm on my own cycle now, and obviously connected to the earth, obviously still a woman, obviously alive, obviously still having sex with my husband, obviously completely normal, just no ovaries. Yeah, so I hope that that's everything in a nutshell. I'm trying to think quickly if there's anything that I've kind of left out of that, but I think that's most of what I have to say about that. And if there's anything that I've left out, please message me, or if you want to know any more, like I'm happy to share the intimate details. I really am. Let me know. I appreciate you watching my video, and yeah, anytime you have to reach out to me, you reach out to me, and I hope you're having a great day.